All right, hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We're looking at tryjournalist.com. This is what I think all the future AI writers are going to go to. It's going to be basically auto blogging with AI, and you make micro tweaks to the outputs. I think that's where it's going. So this is pretty much everything I've been looking for in an AI writer on the surface level. So we're gonna focus on not so much the features. I'm gonna mention the features, but we're gonna try to not be super impressed with the features because I absolutely love them for one. So let's go over it here. So Journalist AI is an AI SEO writer that auto publishes to your blog, which is like every blogger's dream, especially if it's good quality content, right? But make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'm gonna give you a nice clean pros and cons of this software because it's not all perfect. There's a lot of room for improvement, but the idea of this software is chef's kiss. It's beautiful. I love it. So yeah, you got Journalist AI, which is an auto blogging software. We're gonna check it out. It's gonna do your auto blogging. It's gonna do your keyword research. It's gonna do your linking. It does offer paid link building in there as well as internal linking. So it's not just the internal linking. It's also you can buy niche edits inside of here, and I'll go over the prices because it is an extra charge. It's not included in the subscription. Otherwise, it would be insanely expensive. You can add call to actions in there. It's cool. It doesn't work as well as I wanted it to, but I'll show you that in a second. So let's just jump into the back end. This is what the back end looks like. Brings you to the article types. You got your general articles, which is your SEO articles, and then soon we'll have the rewrite blog post. They don't have that in there yet, which stinks because that's pretty cool. Next up is news. Now we'll go over this as well in a little more detail because I made a lot of news articles. I like this a lot. I think they need to add more options though, and I think you could pretty much say that with all of the articles except for the original SEO article. I have a ton of options on that. We'll go through all the options here in a second. Amazon single product review, YouTube to blog. Next up is your history. Oh, I forgot to cover one thing. Obviously, it's not going to show all my articles because they're in a different project. I did make multiple projects so I can test out multiple different situations. So we got our default project, obviously our wines uncovered like we always test on, and then marketing reviewed. And we did most of them on wines uncovered because it's our testing site, so that's what it's for. Obviously, we did quite a few. Looks like 16 total. They need an option to where you can switch it to different projects too. That would be really cool. So what I should be able to do here is click here and say send to marketing reviewed. That would be really useful. Not a big deal, but considering the integration is connected to Wines Uncovered, I literally have to copy and paste it again. Not hard, but still would be nice. All right, so let's keep going down. We'll go through the editor in a little more detail here in a bit. I feel like this is going to be the focus of this software. This is amazing. It's the best AI SEO editor I have seen to date. The devs should be absolutely proud of themselves for that one. It's so good. It's so good. All right, blog or customization. You set your presets, and you have to set these presets before you use any kind of blog automation. We're going to go through that in a bit. Knowledge database. I mean, this is a good idea. I don't feel like it's actually done anything with the output. I'm not sure how much context it's taking from this. I thought it would take the writing style, but kind of, but not really. So I could be using the knowledge base incorrectly, but I just put in the website. Maybe I'm wrong there. Another really cool thing they have is custom images, and these are all just example images of thumbnails that I had in my folder. So I just wanted to upload them. What you can do is you can sort these into folders, and you can use these custom images inside of your articles instead of using stock images or AI images. So you can completely bypass AI images like everyone else is using. You can use your own sourced images, and you can use them in bulk. It's really cool. So what you do is you just create a folder. Say we'll call this wine, and then we'll highlight all the things. Well, actually, one thing that I don't like is you can't just highlight them all and drag and drop them. That should really be an option. So there's no bulk processing at all with this, which I don't like. There should be like a check mark or something, and then with a move to folder, stuff like that. There should be a way to tag keywords. If there is a way to do that, I haven't figured it out yet, but there should be a way to tag keywords for each photo. So you have photos of wine, and you want to tag it with like red wine, white wine, rose wine, stuff like that. And then like the brand, when the AI comes to source the images, it can search based on keywords and get a little more accurate with what it's pulling in. You click on each one after creating the folder, move it to the folder, wine, move. And then we'll do that one. So now you can just click into your folder, and there's your images for that one. So you create these folders of different types of images you want to use for different situations, and then you can actually use those inside of the article. So you go down to images, and you can use custom images instead, which is pretty cool. And then you get to choose how many images you want. But we're going to go over that in a little more here in just a bit. Let's go to blog automations. You got your auto blogs here, which I have 2 set up. I was going to set up 3, but I couldn't figure out how to set up the YouTube. And frankly, I just don't think you can, which is annoying. That's one of the ones you should definitely have automated. I see 0 reason to not have it automated. Just like news should be automated. So here's your integrations tabs. Click the create integrations. You have so many options. You can use webhooks, so you can send it straight to an automation through Make or Zapier or Active Pieces. The options are limitless. You have your own API key, so you can check out their documentation and set up your own stuff as well. Indexers. I did not test this, and I'm not going to test it because I'm not a believer in Google indexing, and it is against Google's terms of service. They've come out and said it multiple times that you should not be using this. This is for special circumstances only. People are abusing this, and Google is punishing them for it. That being said, it does work. So if you want to rank fast and possibly get smacked to the ground later, you absolutely can. It does help, but I'm not doing it. Next up is publications. It's just give you a list of everything that you've published on this project. Pretty simple. Next up is keyword monitors. This is another one where I think they could improve a little bit, and we'll go over that in a little more detail in a bit. Same with social media syndication. They only have Facebook and X. There are no other options. Basically what it does is it pulls from the sitemap once a day and sends whatever was last posted. All right, next up is shares. It's supposed to show everything it's shared. It does not. I did confirm that it is posting the articles. Yeah, here's one. And I have this being done with other things as well, so that's why there's so many extra posts. Try Journalist is only doing 1 a day. The other ones are actually doing the rest. These little memes, those are actually made by Marky. This one is another one that it did. It is sending them out. It is sending them out on X as well. Right here is one of them. Right here is another one. They don't look good. There's no way to customize them. Not a big fan of it. And then there's also not very many options as well. Social media syndication needs work. Auto linking. This is probably my favorite, if not my very close second favorite feature of this software. And then link building. This is what I was talking about earlier, where I said you could purchase niche edits. That's what this is. They're $150 a piece, which is not bad. It's not a great price, but it's not bad either, considering if he knows what he's doing and he's doing the actual quality guarantees, like that's pretty good. $150 a link is, I would say it's probably on the lower end of pricing, but when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about link building companies. I don't know if this is a legit link building company, but he seems to know what he's doing, so I like it. I like the option to do that. I wish I had more time to test that, but links unfortunately take months to kick in. But it is really cool that they offer that. That mixed with the internal linking is huge. So that's your on-page SEO and your off-page SEO. This software does everything. You just need to focus on your technical SEO, your site speed, stuff like that, how well it's all loading in, what it looks like, and your click-through optimization, stuff like that. So it really it takes a lot of the focus of SEO off of your hands and puts it into Try Journalist, which is really cool. So let's go over the articles. The SEO article, this is where really stands out to me. I absolutely love the way he built this. So you can go with keyword and title. You can go with keyword monitor. So what the keyword monitor is, we'll have to jump over here real quick. So you come over here, you click on that, you name it, you put in your website, and then you country, yada, 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 and it creates this here. So this is all going to be blank. Your queue is going to be blank, but you have your generations over here. This is going to be blank as well when you first create it. And then you have your suggestions. So this you actually have to pay 1 credit for, so 1 article. And it generates, I want to say there's right here. Yeah, there's 350 ideas. And you just click every one of them you want. I wouldn't suggest clicking them all, but you could click them all and send them over. I would not suggest doing that. You're going to have a lot of duplicates and just waste a lot of credits. But you can. That's an option. I think their difficulty score is way off on a lot of these. Wine glass 9. Yeah, see, that shouldn't even be in here. What I would like to see in here is a keyword intent thing. So if it's like a commercial intent or if it's an informational intent, stuff like that, that should really be in here. There also needs to be some filter options somewhere where you can filter by difficulty, monthly searches, stuff like that. Give us a little more research ability, a little more segregation ability inside of the keyword monitors, and I think that'd be a lot better. You just click and then hit add to queue, and it sends it over here. And then these will just be, it's going to go down the list every time you want to write an article. It's really cool. So you just click keyword monitor, you just select the monitor you want, and then you just pick how many articles you want it to write. And then we come down here to select our sentence. But we're going to go keyword title. Now, the great thing about this is you can put in your keyword and your title, or you can put in just a keyword. Another option I would like to see, though, which is going to be counter to what the developer probably wants to do because this is an SEO-focused app. But what I would like to see is put in the title, because right now you can put in the keyword, say best wine regions, and if you leave this blank, it'll automatically create the title, which is really cool. But I would like to see the opposite as well, because sometimes you just have a really good title for an article idea, but you don't really know what keyword to target, and you just don't have time to go look. It's definitely better to go research it yourself. But if you don't have time, it would be really nice to just be able to put in a title and have that generate a solid focus keyword for you, which would be really cool. And you can add more than one article at a time. Not sure if there's a limit, but considering the credits, I don't really have enough to test that, and I don't want to anyways, so it's just a waste. I don't like wasting credits needlessly, especially on a software that's actually good. Now we select the features for our article. You can have pretty much any language. It looks like well over 100 options in here, so take your pick. Target country, this is what you want for SEO. So trying to target the USA, obviously pick the USA. Doesn't matter if you live in Australia, Japan, China, doesn't matter. If you're targeting the USA, you need to put in the target country. And you can show advanced options down here. This is where you get to pick your creativity, tone of voice, and stuff like that. Point of view. It will pull it all in automatically, which is pretty cool. Now, if you are using something like Surfer, this is where you're going to put in your keywords. This is kind of the context description, from what I can tell. I didn't use this. I didn't want to kind of bug the system. I'm going to be using it here soon because I actually have a lot of use for this, I think. But anyways, context description is kind of what the article's about, what the thesis of the article. So that's what you'd put in here. And I really like that they have that separate from the custom instructions. That's really cool. No other software that I've seen has this, no other AI writer, and this is extremely powerful. I think this is probably going to go underappreciated by most people. And then you have your custom instructions. This is just simple little extras you want to throw in there. Obviously, you can probably ruin articles pretty fast with those options, so be careful. I do like that they have those options, though. Next up is the knowledge base. You want to connect to the web. If you don't want to connect to the web, just hit disable, but I see very little reason to ever remove that unless you want something micro-specific. And then the knowledge base, if you have multiple knowledge bases, you could just click on whatever one you want. Next up would be the formatting. You have all the options you could dream of, and they're really good. The formatting of this software is top-notch. I think the lists are kind of used quite a bit, but beyond that, it's pretty awesome. Next up is the structure. You can do your call to action here, and I'm going to show you the good and the bad of this because it's cool that they have it. I wish there was a little more control. So I'd like the call to action, the website here, and then maybe another box that tells the AI kind of what context of call to action you want. Say, if it's a print-on-demand store, which is what I used. That's what I used. It was a shop URL for that brand. And instead of it saying, hey, go check out our t-shirt designs at shop.winesuncovered, whatever it is, .com, instead it put in like a normal internal link or external link. And that's just not useful. It's like, I believe it said, discover more at this URL, and then it posted the shop URL, and it has nothing to do with what it talked about. So we need like a context box here for the call to action. I think that would improve it massively. We got key takeaways here. Some people like these, some people don't. I am actually leaning more to the don't really like it much anymore. Some people love them. I think keyword takeaways are better to add later after the article is already written, personally, or not at all, because everyone with AI now is adding key takeaways and TLDRs everywhere. It's overdone at this point, and frankly, kind of annoying. Conclusions, you can enable them or disable them. Some people like them, some people don't, so I like that they have the option here. FAQs, same situation as the key takeaways. Everybody seems to be doing them now. That doesn't mean they don't work, though. I actually like FAQs for most articles still. Article size over here. So you can have tiny little articles with just a couple headings. You can have very large articles with up to 22 headings. It does cost an extra credit, though. But you can do up to 12 headings for no extra money, which is pretty awesome. And then you got the automate headings. So if you don't automate them, come in here, type in your heading. Now, just like the keyword title over here, so if you put in heading 1, but you don't fill in the H3s, it's going to generate those for you. So you got the options to adjust some stuff. If you use the custom one, it's obviously going to override the article size. I wonder how much you can do. Okay, so it looks like on the custom, you can only have 12. Oh, okay, so it locks you in there. Yeah, so it locks you into 12, looks like, even if you have the very large. Interesting, but that should be plenty for most situations. You're going to struggle with some lists, though. But yeah, there's your ability to do listicles right there. Next up is internal linking. There's a couple issues I had with this. You have to load in your sitemap every time, which is really annoying. There should be a drop-down selection where you just have a sitemap that's already found. You can put in your website, so it's not hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not hard to find a sitemap, so you just put it in there, click find. It's going to find the sitemap for you, right? So there's the sitemap. And then you can also, oh, now I got to find it again because I don't remember what it was. See, this is what I'm talking about. Anyways, one thing I do like, though, is you can test a preview of the links, and it's going to generate everything, or it's going to kind of pull in the data, and then you can come in and make adjustments. See, here you have all the stuff, but we're going to scroll down, and now we see categories. So what we want to do is go up, scroll, or actually we don't have to scroll, it's right here. So you'd hit /category, and then put a comma, / what was the other one, author, and now it's going to exclude those. So let's see if it worked. Got to test it again, scroll all the way down, see if it worked on those. Okay, so it took out the categories, and it took out the author pages. Now you can also have them take out all the tags, for example, and then you got to preview it again. You see what I'm saying about it takes a while? So this should be, this right here, how it's set up right now. It should be fully customizable, and it should be one time with the excluded pattern, with the filter pattern, everything. It should already be in here, saved, and a drop down. So that would be a massive time saver, so I wouldn't have to do this every single time. Or maybe there's specific categories I wanted to search in. There should be the ability to save certain sitemap presets. Does that make sense? But anyways, that's missing. I would love to see that, though, because it's awesome that they have that. Internal linking is hard to find in AI software. It's very hard to do. External linking, you can add specific links you want it to link to it. You can even add in anchor text if you know what anchor text you're wanting to target. This could be used for a lot of different things. Again, instead of just anchor, I would love to have some context over here to add to it. So say I want it to link to Ahrefs. I want the anchor text to be keyword research, and then I want it to say in the context over there, I want it to be something where I could put a context box, say something around how Ahrefs is my favorite software. Does that make sense? That'd be really cool. It'd be a way to improve the external linking, and it'll also be the only software that's ever done it. I've never seen any other AI software that adds external linking with a specific anchor and with a specific context for that anchor. I'm just saying, like, it would be so cool. All right, next up is automatic external linking. Obviously, you want to select that if you want to external link. If you don't, disable that. Now, what I don't know is if you disable this, does it still do this? I think it does. I don't know, though. So it'd be something to test. I probably should have tested that. I didn't think about it till just now. External linking sources. I love this here because you can exclude websites. So say you're targeting a keyword and you have these really powerful competitors that you're trying to outrank. Obviously, you'd want to exclude those websites from here so you don't give them more link juice. You can also do the same over here. You can build out a list of websites that you do want to link to. Next up is images. Now you can either disable the featured image or enable it. Doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. Down here is the extras. So if you do a featured image plus 2 in-article images, you're going to get 3 images total. You can do stock images from Unsplash. Unsplash is okay. You got AI images, and their AI images are pretty stellar. They've got to be using like Flux or something. It's fantastic. Maybe Midjourney. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. But the images are top-notch. They're very good. But yeah, and then the other option is custom images, where it'll pick from your own images. Now, one thing that I noticed with custom images, you're not able to pick keywords. I don't like that. Yeah, the number of in-article images are really cool. I would also like an option in here to do one for every header. And then down here, you get to pick your settings for the image sizes. If you want to get into, what is it? Google Images, I think it has to be 1200. So you'd want to do 1200 by 900. If you don't care, just do the smaller ones. Filter by folders down here. So you got to click the advanced options and then the folders. I would still like the ability to tag the images with certain information, brands, for example. Next up, we got our images done. Go down to video, and you can automate YouTube videos. It'll just sprinkle those in there. I wish there's the ability to control how many it brings in. I do like the fact that you can add in a specific channel. So if you have a YouTube channel, it'll only pull from your YouTube channel. That is freaking awesome. So I absolutely love this. This is actually one of the better YouTube options I've seen. I don't think I haven't seen anyone with a YouTube channel specific YouTube video puller, which is really cool. For someone like me, that's a great add-in. So really anyone with a YouTube channel that goes along with their brand would be really useful for. Okay, so here is the auto translate. You can translate to 1 million at once. If you want to do 20 different languages, you have 20 different languages of the same website, and you want to do them all, you can do that this way. Now, for some reason, I can't get to generate the outline. It does generate articles. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or something that's just not working right now, or if it only works on certain types. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but that is the SEO article. It does work really well. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of them. That's probably what you really want to see, is what it looks like. So we'll go down to the first one we did. Now, the first one I did was actually a automated one, because that was what I wanted to see the most. And it looks pretty good. It's not bad. I rated this a 7 out of 10. It wasn't amazing, but it looks good. It's very visually appealing. As you can see scrolling down, it does add a lot of lists. It does add a lot of tables, which is good. I like tables, and especially under these circumstances, they're really well set up. But here's what I'm talking about. So this is why you need context on that link, the call to action link. See, it says discover the best wine brands that fit your budget, and then it links to that call to action. The only problem with this is when we go there, it's a print on demand site. It's for t-shirts about wine. See, that's a problem. That's why you need context for that. That call to action really needs context. Like, it's not like it could use context. It needs context. Without that, I don't know. You have to find a way to solve that, because the AI just doesn't know. Maybe it needs to scrape the website you're linking to. I don't know. It would be easy to tell within 5 minutes of going on that website what it's about, or that URL. So maybe that's a solution. That would be an automated solution, but I would personally prefer to put in my own context for it, because I like to micromanage stuff, apparently, which makes no sense if you use AI, by the way. But it does generate your meta description. Not a great one, but it does generate one. It was 1,986 words. It's a pretty big article. And you can just select your stuff there and post to integration, or you can come up here and click that button. What this does is it brings you to the main editor. So you can add your tags, stuff like that. Again, you can send it straight to your integration. You can customize your title and meta description here. Actually, you have to go to the editor for that. You can see your featured image. All the alt text is going to show in here, down here. So really cool that it adds that. And it's just a great looking article overall. So click with edit with AI. This is the editor I was talking about. It's so good. It's such a good editor, and it's very clean. It looks good. So say you want to rewrite this. you just highlight the whole thing you want to rewrite. Let's say we want to make it longer. Just click that. Now, one thing they got to fix is this. That's annoying. Not a big deal. It's really just annoying. So click accept if you like it. And then, bam, it's a more extensive introduction. So let's go down. Say we want to add a list here. Ooh, you can also add links. You can add external links. You can add keywords. Say you're using Surfer. You need to use this keyword in here. You can't figure out where to add it, or you just don't want to think about it. You can just have it add it in for you. Rewrite. You can make a list out of it. Make a list. And this is where this becomes a problem. See how it's kind of hard to tell. But anyways, you just accept. We can make a table out of that instead. So we got that. We'll just go ahead and back out because I thought that was pretty solid there. Say there's too many lists here. Let's write this as a paragraph. So rewrite, write as a paragraph. And it's going to come up. There's the paragraph. We got it. Boom. And we changed that list to a paragraph. This is just so cool. I can't even tell you how cool this editor is. I want this editor for everything. Like, imagine this for ebooks. Like, oh my God, dude, this is greatest editor ever. Vasco, you're a genius. I don't know why no one else is doing this. Every AI writer should do this. This is so basic. It's so nice. And nobody's doing it. It makes no sense. Anyways, back to the review. I love this editor. And you can come over here. You can change the meta description. You can change the title. Do whatever you want. You can change alt text. You can have it generate alt text for you. You can add in new images. Say we want an image here. So we got an image here. Let's go ahead and let's do a wine collection here. And you just hit generate AI image and we'll see what it pops up. Not a very good picture for wine collection. It's a fantastic picture, but this isn't really I guess on the side there you can see it a little bit of a wine collection, but still a good picture. It does the alt text for you. Yeah, this is just fantastic. It's so easy. This is probably, I would say the editor is my favorite thing of the software. If I'm being honest with you, this is my favorite. And what it does when you come in and edit this, it actually creates a revision over here in the top right corner. You can see it creates a revision instead of changing the original article. So when you go over to history, you still have the original article it wrote for you. Say you mess up things or you change your mind later, you want to wind it back. It's also got the revision we just made right here. And if you noticed, it said 0 cost on it. So that editor is completely free. Like it's amazing. This is so good. This is such a good editor. The editor is fantastic. You can also come up here. You can do revisions only. So if you want to check the changes you've made, you can do archives. You can archive stuff. So say you made the revision and you want to archive the original article just to make it a little cleaner. You can do that. You can download all your articles over here. You can select them all, send them all to your integration. Don't recommend that, but you can. So the SEO editor is amazing. Next up is AI news. So all you have to do when you go to the AI news, search a topic. So wine regions. I think that's what I have it doing the automation on. Wine region. We'll search for stories. You can do stuff like wine events. You can do all kinds of stuff. It just depends on what you want it to be searching and kind of running through news articles. It does take a minute, but it's really cool. What I'm assuming it's doing here is pulling in RSS feeds of recent articles that were posted. Anyway, so you just click one, or you can click 2 or 3, I guess, if you want. Anyways, so you got your stories here for your news articles. Then you come down here to your options. Advanced settings are missing. So I'm thinking he's updating this. I think he's adding in all the cool stuff from the SEO articles. I'm assuming that's new. But I'm hoping he adds that in here because that's what's missing with the news articles. To be honest with you, they could be better. And we'll look at it here in just a bit. So the formatting, the only option here is the header letter size. You can do internal, external linking, stuff like that. This is for the sources. You can have it include only sources from certain areas, which is pretty neat. And your image sizes. This is really just for the featured image, so you just want to put it whatever your featured image size is. And then you can do different languages news. But yeah, not a lot of options for the news. Not nearly as cool. Not nearly as vast of options, but let's go look at the quality. Let's see. This one's news right here. And you can see these little tabs over here. It's going to tell you what it is. So the dark blue ones here, those are your normal keywords, the normal SEO articles. The A is obviously Amazon. The red one is obviously YouTube. So the light gray ones, though, are your news articles. Here we go. You know, I like the fact that it does the sources where it gets the information down here. It does all the stuff for you, meta descriptions, titles, everything. And it's about the right size. It's on the smaller end of news articles. I would say news articles are between 400 to 800 words. So it's not like super small. I prefer a little over 500 generally. And it does charge you a full credit for these. Let's check out another one. Oh, and you can come up here and search. So let's search by the wine news. Filter it a little bit. And that's the one we just looked at. So let's look at this one. Yeah, see, this one's 575. So the size is about right. It's about what you'd expect. This one's a little better. This one looks more like a news article to me. Key takeaways, I guess you see those in some news articles. But yeah, this is a good one. This is all right. Rescue dog wines. That doesn't sound right. Oh, that's cool. So it's a charity for dogs. A wine charity for dogs. I like this. That featured image is so good. That is such a good featured image. Yeah, another solid one. This one's good. This one's good. This one's very good. I like that article a lot. This is all automated, by the way. And I'm going to show you how to set this up here in a second. Let's do the legal one real quick. This one kind of concerns me. Okay, so yeah, it's just reporting on it. Okay, cool. I like that. Really good picture again. So like I said, pictures are top notch. We're done with the wine for now. We're going to show you how, or I'm going to show you how to set those up here in a little bit. This video is going to be super long. It's just fair warning. This is a big software. We're going to go through all of it. This is a full-on in-depth review. Amazon product review. So all you have to do is go to Amazon. We'll search wine stuff. Wine. What do we got? Okay. So you want to come up here. You can copy the whole thing if you want, but I don't see the point of that. Come over here, put that in. Boom. You put your tracking number in. This is another one where I'd like a little drop down, you know, of all the ones we've used before. That'd be really useful. Just if we've used it, save it in there maybe, and then where we could just drop down or type in a new one. So there we go. We got our tracking number in there. We got the product. So we got to choose the advanced options. Oh wait, there are none again. So this is what I was talking about, the options. This is the theme of all of the other articles that are not the SEO articles. You have all these options for the SEO article, but you have no options for any of the other ones. That being said, it still spits out quality stuff. Yeah, we'll actually write this one. Now, while that's right, we'll go check out the other ones that we've already done, because I did one on a wine rack. It pulls in the picture of the wine rack. It's a solid little product review. What I would like to see, though, with this, and this is something, again, no other AI writer is doing really, except I think two. I think there's two that do this. What I'd like to see is it pull in and hot link some more images. So when there's 6 images like this, these images would be very, very good in this article. So picture those images inside of this article, because you're already pulling it in for the featured image anyways. Which I think is the problem, by the way, because you can't download these images onto your media folder. And if you don't download them onto your media folder, you can't make them a featured image. So what you'd have to do to get around the rules is you'd have to pull this image, strip the background, and then put it into a templated product image of some type, which would be really hard to automate. So that's an idea if that's something you want to tackle. But that would be a way around the Amazon featured image problem. Just to improve the overall article, I would say pull in the other images, hot link them, make sure they're hot linked with the affiliate code. So when they click on the image to look at more, they would be sent to Wines Uncovered -20. But now this is a really solid review. It could be a little longer, could be a little more in depth. I would love more control over the wine or over the product reviews. There's not really any control at all. But let's check out the other one. We did a Yeti wine tumbler review. I know people use this kind of stuff for wine, but hey, whatever works. And this one didn't pull in an image at all. And there are plenty of images. Again, this would be perfect to just pull in and have, honestly, actually, instead of the template, what I would do is pull in the image, strip the background out, and just use it as a reference image in like ideogram or something like that. One of them that does reference images, and have it create a product image in the same size as a thumbnail. That would be really cool, and it would be very possible. I bet, hell, I'd be able to do that. So it did hot link it. It did not pull in the image like the last one did, so there's no image up top. It again, very light on the words, only 400. Let's edit with AI real quick, and you'll notice it does not have a featured image. But yeah, adding the ability to create a featured image from the product would be really cool. I think it's definitely possible. Actually, I don't think it's possible. I know it's possible. I have software that does it. So if you can integrate that into this, that would be really cool. And then obviously pull in the other images to fill out the article with hyperlinked images that go back to that affiliate link. I think it'd be a lot more effective as well for revenue production. Who needs buttons when you have images? And it's completely allowed to hyperlink images in the Amazon terms of service still. Some people think it's not, but it is. You can still hyperlink them. You cannot download them to your server, but you can hyperlink them. That's another reason why they can't be used as featured images. I would also like a section in the product reviews that says what others say. It's something I put in almost all of my product reviews, is kind of just noting what the reviews on Amazon say. You can't quote them specifically. That's against terms of service, but you can do an overall review of what everyone thinks. And here's another one. It didn't pull in the image very well. See, it's got a broken image down there. But yeah, another good solid article, nothing crazy. So that is Amazon product review, and you do have an Amazon product roundup coming up. I'm hoping he fixes the single product review before that comes in. We'll see. I want to see the Amazon product review actually being usable. It's very close to being usable now. It's not quite yet. You need at least a button or something. You need more images to hyperlink, and then you got to fix the featured images. And your Amazon product review would be very good at that point. It would be very usable. News, I would like a couple more options in here. I'd love some advanced settings. Just something that makes me feel like I can change it from the same thing everyone else is doing. Again, you can always come over here and request a tool. I'm sure he's very open to that. Moving on, you got YouTube to blog posts. This one's super simple. You come in here, add a URL. You can add as many as you want. If you want to do a whole channel's worth, you can. Again, the options are extremely light. You have some custom instructions at least, which is pretty cool. If you're doing blogs on other people's content, this is where you'd want to put like, hey, make sure you mention that this is not our channel. We're just writing what the video is about. Let's go check out the articles, because I think that's where it's better to show sometimes than to tell, I feel like. So let's go. So Right Seed, this is my video. Right off the bat, I can tell you that it should be pulling in the thumbnail as the featured image. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to pull in a thumbnail for the featured image. So this should really be the featured image there. But it's only 500 words. This was a pretty long video, if I remember right. Yeah, 27. This was a 27-minute video, and somehow it only wrote 500 words on that. I could have written probably a 2,000-word article off of this video pretty easy. So I would say this is subpar at best. Honestly, even not good. YouTube to video needs work. Let's check out the next one I did. And this was actually a wine one. This is one of my favorite wine tester guys. He's really fun to watch. He's funny, but he knows his stuff. Again, pretty light article for how long it is. This is another 20-minute video. I'd like a little more control of the outline, what it covers, stuff like that. The angle it goes into about the video. So if you want to report on it like a news station would, or if you want to report on it just saying what's in the video, or if you want to promote it, all of these would be different article types for the video. So now let's go down here. So we got to make our presets. For presets, this is where you're going to set up your, well, exactly what it says, your presets for your auto blog. So you want to put in like your website name here. Then it has the options for YouTube to blog and product review. So I'm assuming that they're going to have those options later. But right now, it doesn't do anything. So I'm not really sure. I tried putting in a search list for Amazon, like where you search the results, and it didn't do anything. where we searched here, you got this. I tried to do this. So this is the search URL, and it didn't work. So you have to enter in one product at a time, which is kind of dumb. That being said, the only way to do the YouTube to blog is to go in and pull all the URLs for every video and post them all in here. So it's possible to automate the YouTube to blog. Well, not really automate it, but it's possible to schedule it out. So you put in all these YouTube's videos that you want to cover, say every day. That's when you'd come over here to the auto blog, like down here, name it whatever you want, and then select your preset. So on the video one, instead of putting in a video, you should be able to put in a channel where it goes in, and instead of going straight to the video, it would come to the videos over here and pull from the list. That would be much more useful, especially for if you're trying to do an entire channel, kind of referencing all of them, so you don't have to pull all these URLs, because it's not easy to pull all the URLs from here. You could use scrapers to do it, but it's not easy. But yeah, that would be a lot better than adding in a list of videos. And not only that, there's also no bulk pasting. So even if you have a list, you're still posting or pasting, copy and pasting one at a time. That's not very practical, especially when you're talking about possibly hundreds of videos. And you need these presets to use in the auto blog. So that's how you use the auto blogs. Knowledge bases are pretty simple. You just create a new one, call it whatever you want, mark as the default or not. You don't have to. You can always just switch them. Now we've got this. So click on it. And now we're going to add assets. So you can add as a plain text. So you can just copy and paste text into the document. This would be good for different situations like brand voice, stuff like that. You could just use a PDF, upload that in here. I didn't test a whole lot of these. I did test the website. I uploaded the website. It didn't seem to do anything. So maybe it's my JavaScript that's stopping it. I don't know. It pulled it in. There was no error. It's just, it doesn't seem to make a difference on the writing. So I don't know. You can pull in an entire YouTube channel. That's pretty cool. So I like that. That would probably be very useful on the other brand. So let's go over there and do that. Create a new database. We'll make this the default of this account or of this brand. And then we'll click on that. We'll add an asset. We'll go to YouTube channel. Specifically, we want the videos. So we'll see if that works. Add asset. No, we can't segregate which page. So it's going to pull in the shorts as well. They're just split up pieces of the bigger videos. At least that's all they are on my channel. So you got to wait for that to go down. So let's go ahead and add our website as well. So this is very easy to do. So you just open your website. Click the URL, copy it, paste it, and add asset. So the channel's actually already loaded in. That was pretty quick. I just scraped two? Okay. Let's see which ones I got here.
Over 2 million people pre-ordered the Cybertruck. But
what the? That's not my short. What the heck?
So look at the crazy way
Also
Netflix gets you to watch their content. And why does it matter?
Okay, so this clearly doesn't work because that is definitely my URL. It's pulling in stuff from Marketing Examined. Interesting. Okay, so this doesn't work. Delete that. That's completely useless. It looks like you're going to be able to put in video files and audio files. They haven't done that yet. I don't really have a PDF I want to put in here. I wonder if you'd be able to put in like writing instructions or stylistic instructions in here and if it'll take from that. That would be neat. I don't have any custom images on this one. So let's jump back over to Lines Uncovered and actually go back to the knowledge base. Remember, I had my website loaded up. It did not load up the videos for the YouTube very well. Okay, so it's not even going to show us anything that's pulled. So I guess it just loads the whole website. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, that's knowledge base. The custom images are pretty simple. You can folder segregate everything. The two things I would want here in the custom images would be tagging, the ability to tag with keywords. These images would be really useful, and bulk changes. So I want like a check mark up on each one of these, where I can check mark and then bulk move them to a folder. It'd be a lot easier than having to create the folders first and then uploading to them. I know that is possible, but obviously not everyone's forward thinking like that. So bulk moving would be wonderful. And then obviously tagging the images would help the AI and give better quality. So I think both those are pretty necessary here. So let's go to blog automation. One of my favorite parts about this software. Right now, we got 2 automations going. We got Wine News, which I have it going once every day. You can have it post up to 300 times every day, every 6 hours if you wanted to. If you want to blow through massive amounts of credits really quick. There is something I would like here. I would like the option to be able to choose whether it's draft or published. Right now, it just goes straight to published, which is fine, I guess, especially with news, but I would like to be able to double check them before I posted them. That would be nice. I'd be willing to do more than one a day at that point. But yeah, pretty cool. I like that one. Let's go back to Autoblogs. And then we got my keyword list here. So what this is doing is it's pulling from the preset, and actually what both of them are doing, it's pulling from the preset. So if we go back here, we just looked at the news one, right? So what it's doing is it's pulling from the preset that says, it's just searching for news topics about wine, and it's just pulling one of these stories every single day, writing an article on it, and posting it to Wines Uncovered. So it just pulls from one of these. I would assume it just pulls the first one. So if I had to guess, the next one, if it was done right now, it would be about Eva Longoria, and that's all it's doing. So the next one is the same thing. So over here, we have this preset set up, and I have it set up to a keyword monitor. We haven't done keyword monitors yet, so before I show you this blog automation, we're going to skip ahead a little bit and go down to keyword monitors. So when you're setting up your presets, you have to select a keyword monitor, or you do the keyword and the title, and then you can add in manually one at a time, or you can upload with an Excel file. That's an option as well, but I prefer the keyword monitor. I have some issues with it. So there's a couple things I like about it. There's a couple things I don't like about it. I don't think this... No, this is necessary. So this is cool. So it's telling you what you've written already. What I would like to see is some way where it keeps these from being generated again. And if that's already built in, then great. But I don't know if it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. No, there needs to be more control over the suggestions. A way to refresh searches. Now, I don't know if they refresh automatically as you click them over. So you select your keywords, you hit add to queue, and it builds up this queue list of keywords you're going to target over time. And that's how you connect that to your presets, and then you select your presets, which are going to be your settings for those articles and the keyword list. So it kind of combos all that. Me personally, I think the way I'm going to use it in the future would be to just bulk upload this way. You can import with a spreadsheet, and it tells you right here you just need a keyword and a title column, and then everything below it. So pretty simple, and it already skips duplicates. I love that. It does that automatically for you. Or you can just manually add this way, so keywords all the way down. So you have a list of 3,000, you just paste them all in there, you're good to go. And again, it gets rid of the duplicate. That's how you do your keyword monitors, and then you want to come over here to your presets, go to your whatever preset you want to make. You do the article type, the keyword monitor, and then it's automatically going to go down that list. And then you have all your settings, which you set up prior, and it's going to save all these settings, including the sitemap. But yeah, it'll even auto-translate every time it does one. See, the problem with the auto-translating is, would you really want a bunch of different languages on one website? All translated articles are free of charge. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Let's jump over to Autoblog again. So those are the two we have. If you want to do YouTube, you do have to load in manually one at a time. There's probably a way to bulk upload. No, there's not. There's no way to bulk upload, which is too bad. So that being said, that not too impressed with the YouTube to blog one, so I wouldn't be worried about automating that anyways. And then obviously you need to do your integrations before you set up your Autoblogs. You got your indexers here. All you do is connect it to your Google Search Console, and I believe you get like an API, and you put that in here. It looks like it might do that for you. That's not something I'm testing. I actually know people that got smashed that use that stuff, so I'm not doing that. I think we covered everything on there. So the social syndication, I've already kind of covered this a little bit. Everything that really needs to be known. Yeah, I still think it's very limiting. They need to expand this a lot to be usable. And I don't know why you'd have Facebook but not Instagram. So, it's the same integration basically. It doesn't pull in the shares like it should. It is sharing them. It's doing it. It's doing the job. These are the shares from it. That's the share from it. So it's doing the job. It's just not putting it in the shares spot for some reason. I don't know why. So that's kind of busted right now. Not a big deal though, because me personally, I wouldn't use it. I would use a plugin if I was going to do social media syndication that had all of the social options instead of just that. And there's some free plugins out there that do that. All right, next up is the auto linking. Possibly this is my second favorite feature because this is already solved in other things where the AI editor has not been solved anywhere. It is so cool. This auto linking is friggin' awesome. It takes a long time for it to set up. You got to do an audit. All you do is come in here. You can synchronize the articles. So you can configure where you want it to link at. So let's add a sitemap. All right, we don't want it linking to categories or authors. And you could actually exclude your pages from here too if you want. Not a big deal for me. I don't care if it links to those or not. I mean, if it's relevant, go ahead and link. External linking, I would say disable external linking on auto linking because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. Why would you want to automatically external link more than you have to? Like that makes sense on article generation, but not after because you're not pulling from those as sources. So you highlight some articles, click generate, and it's going to go ahead and audit those, see what it can create. But as an example, we've already done one a few days ago. See, unfortunately, I forgot to do the linking, so it's linking all over the place. See all this? Yeah, so it's linking all over the place. But yeah, these have already been applied. Let's cover the backlinks. So what these are niche edits. They're $150 a piece. Not a bad price. Not a great price, but not a bad price either. You don't seem to get a whole lot of a discount for being a sub. I've seen cheaper. The quality guarantees is what matters here. No duplicate domains. That's a big one. A lot of people will sell you multiple links to the same sites for like $50 a piece, and they just don't tell you. And if you don't double check it, you're screwed. A lot of people don't do the organic monthly traffic limit, and they'll just go based off DR, and DR really means nothing unless you're getting traffic. Me personally, I'd take traffic over DR any day. Let's go ahead and do the quick overview of everything. So the SEO article. This is what this place is focused on. This is what Try Journalist is trying to focus on. You can tell. And it makes a damn difference. Like it's so good. It's one of the best I've seen. And honestly, if there was an LTD option, I would be buying it. This is really good. The SEO articles are top notch. As far as writing goes, it's probably 8 out of 10. It knocks it out of the park in style. It knocks it out of the park in options. Knocks it out of the park in images. They're fantastic. And one thing I forgot to mention is it actually does auto categorization. So you don't have to pick your category and you don't have to go in and just recategorize everything before it posts or it's going to be uncategorized. It's not like most other AI writers where it just uploads it based, you go to writing, your post category standard, but you can set it. And that's actually how I do it with other writers. I will come in and set the category I'm writing about, and I'll do a bulk writing for that category and then have the default category. So that's my workaround for that. You don't have that problem with Try Journalist. That's solved. So that's really neat. I don't think I've seen that in any other writer. Again, the images are top notch. I would grade the SEO article as an 8 out of 10. You can't get a whole lot better. Add that to it being an automated and working down a keyword list for you, already scheduled, so you don't need a scheduler. That's out. You can remove that. I would actually, let's jump it up to 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for article writing and automation. I love it. This is by far their best article style. Rewrite blog, I would love to test that. That's actually a big one for most people. I'd also like to maybe have an update blog option. Say you create an article 2 years ago. It's been ranking like top 3 for years, and it's starting to fall 1, 2. Now you're ranked 7th. That'd be a really good feature to have an update option to where you just, instead of rewriting the whole article, you just go in and you add to it. It'll go in, search for things that can be added to the same article to improve it. That'd be really neat. Next up is news. I want multiple styles of news. Not very many options with the news. I love that it's automated. And the news content is actually really good. It's really good. It pulls it automatically. I tested it over, I want to say about a week now. I've just let it run, and it hasn't had a duplicate news article at all once, which you would probably start running into when you're doing 10 plus a day. So just keep that in mind. With the news, I would say the quality is probably a 6 out of 10. It's good. It's not great. It's very usable. It's better than average. They're about the right size. They cover the topic really well. The options are just non-existent. There's no way to steer the news article. It's just completely random. Whatever you get is what you get. I would like a way to choose the angle I want to go at it. I want to cover this news, but I'm not too happy about this article, or so you could steer the bias a little bit. That would be a little better. That doesn't exist. It would be hard to do that in an automated system, though, to be fair. If you write from a point of view, for example, we'll stick with wine. So you're writing the news as a wine aficionado, So you'd be taking the news as a stingy wine person that, wants to really go hard on what's happening in the industry. So you could do that. That'd be neat. It'd be cool. Maybe not easy to do, but I would like some kind of control over it, some kind of angle, to where it's just not all standard news. Because if everybody does this, it's all going to be the exact same crap regurgitated over. I would say with the automation, 7 out of 10, 5 being good enough, 10 being insanely amazing. It's a 7 out of 10. So it's definitely, I would say it's solid, actually very solid. Not just good, but a little better than good, because it's completely automated. You just set it up and forget it. You can do multiple different versions. So say I wanted to cover wine tour news and then do a wine tasting news for the day, and then do another one for wine events for the day, like wine region news for specific areas. You could do all that through here, automatic. Pretty cool. So 7 out of 10. Really good, really usable. It could solve your news issues if that's something you want to solve. Next up is Amazon product reviews. I hate to be rough here, but I would say they're usable, but barely. Like the 5 out of 10, just okay. They're not even close to the best I've seen. They need more options. They need better. You need call to actions. You need overall sentiment. It's missing that. It doesn't bring in the review data at all, from what I can tell. It needs to pull in the images and hyperlink those with your affiliate code. That's going to raise the money you make on it. It's going to make it more visually appealing. And as long as you hyperlink them, it's not against terms of service still. And then obviously you got to fix the featured image on there. You can't use a Amazon featured image as a featured image because you have to download it to do that, and that's against the terms of service. So you need some kind of way to strip the background and have AI reproduce a featured image for that, and that would be really cool. So you fix the writing a little bit. You need to expand on the writing. The reviews are just okay. They're not bad. The idea is there. We just got to pull through with the enhancements. We got to enhance it a little bit. So I would say number 1, featured image. Figure that out. That instantly jumps it up to better. Pull in the images, hyperlink those. Now you got yourself a really visually good-looking article that's helpful, lets people look. They're not going to have to go to Amazon right away unless they want it, and your conversion rate are going to skyrocket. Call to actions obviously will help your conversion rate as well. And then last but not least, automate it with the scheduler. I want to be able to pick either a search where it's pulling in just wine-related stuff randomly, or have bulk import so I can go find 100 or 200 different products, import them all at once. No, you have to do one at a time here. Yeah, there's no way to add more. So add the option to do more than one at a time, preferably a bulk upload or something to where you can actually automate this, because right now you can't. Amazon product roundup, I think that's pretty necessary. I would actually rush that. Improve the Amazon product reviews a little bit. Fix the featured image problem. That problem's not going away. That's one problem that nobody's fixing. Add the Amazon product roundup. And next up is the YouTube to blog. This is probably, for me, as a semi-crappy YouTuber, this one's pretty disappointing for me. I've used a lot of YouTube to blog systems, and there's a lot of good ones out there. I'm not going to mention any of them because that's not really fair to Try Journalist, and I do that a lot, and I try not to. But if you want me to make a YouTube to blog kind of focused video, let me know down in the comments. I can definitely spit one of those out. I know about 10 of them. Unfortunately, Try Journalist is not good at this. The content itself is subpar. It doesn't pull in the featured image. It creates a random AI image, which I do not like. At the very least, pull in the featured image and use that as a reference image to create an AI image. That would be okay. But realistically, just pull in the thumbnail or just resize the thumbnail into the featured image, That would make a little more sense. The content is good. It seems to be pretty accurate. It's not very long. It's not very detailed, and there's no way to control the output. There's no angle to take with it. Like, why are you writing the blog for the YouTube channel? Are you using it just to talk about what they talked about in the video? Are you use it as an angle? Are you talking crap? There's a lot of different YouTube news where you can take this in a different angle to improve it, if that makes sense. There's little to no options. I would love to be able to add attribution for the videos that aren't mine. And I can show you an example on my website because I actually do this for LearnWire because I think it's fantastic. So this is my own system. I pull in the thumbnail as the featured image. I have a trained AI agent that writes like me, talks like me. It's my ghostwriter AI. So it's doing a summary of the video, key takeaways, and then it pulls in the video so you can watch the video, right? And then for this one, I do how to take action because LearnWire, he does what I do. He talks about software. It's going to say, okay, go here, try this if you want it, whatever. And then there's quotes. It's going to pull quotes from the video, and it's going to put those in here. And then it provides the full transcript. Another option is what I do with my videos. So we got this one. And then I just pull in screenshots. So the video's here. Again, the featured image is the thumbnail. It's super simple. I just pull in screenshots from the video. So this is all possible with AI. I think that's where you need to get to with Try Journalist YouTube to blog. There needs to be angles to go to. So there needs to be different reasons for the YouTube to blog. I would say YouTube to blog at this point isn't even really usable. If you had to, you could probably jazz it up in the editor because the editor is fantastic. But overall, I would say it needs some serious TLC. Try to pull in some screenshots if you can. Expand on the content a lot more. There's a lot more you can add to these things. It could be better. You could make YouTube the blog a lot better. I think you can based on whatever I've seen in this software already. It's stunningly good overall. Next up is the editor. I've already showed off the editor a little bit. The AI editor is as good as it gets. The only thing that I could think to improve the editor, because this is fantastic, it's almost perfect, is to maybe add in some NLP keywords, semantic keywords, and some entities. That would be the, oh man, it would be the sprinkles on top of the already fantastic cake. So AI editor for me is a 10 out of 10. You knocked it out of the park with the AI editor. I can't even, aside from adding in entities like server and neuron writer, which is arguably unimportant, it doesn't work anymore, there's no way to make it better. This is so good. This is so good. Outside of being able to use an agent trained on your own voice, I think that would be so good. So good. Be so good. Let me use my own agents. Let me use my own trained AI agents in here. Whew, that would be awesome. Anyways, AI editor, 10 out of 10. Love it. It's the best I've seen. Integration options. This is surprisingly good. I wasn't expecting it to have this many options. This is a lot of options. It has all the big boys. Ghost, Blogger, Shopify, Squarespace, Webflow, Wix, WordPress. You can hook it right up to Zapier, which you can do with webhooks as well. WordPress.com, WordPress.org. They have their own API. You can even request an integration for a different platform. Integrations, I don't see how you could possibly make it better, but I'm sure you can. You can add more. So I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. It's fantastic. I'm sure there's some things you can add, but I can't think of them. This is a platform made for DIYers. So well done, Try Journalist, on this one. Is good. Google indexers, I'm sure it works fine. I didn't want to test it because I don't like using Google indexers. It is 100% against Google terms of service. Now, I can't prove that it was the cause of a lot of people getting hit a few months back. I wouldn't be surprised, though. I do know every website I know that got hit was using them for the most part. I think in some way or another was using the API to index faster. And that's what this is using. That being said, there is a Bing and Yandex one that is not against their terms of service. So if you want to integrate those in here instead of the Google one and or have options for both, that would be even better. So just throwing that out there. That'd be one way to improve it. I did not grade on this one because I'm sure it works fine. Google indexing is legit. It'll just also legitly get you kicked off Google. So, or at least possible. It's a very easy way to key in on your breaking rules. This is 100% black hat. Keyword monitor. This is where you queue up your targets. It's super cool, super useful. I would like better search parameters, really, is my major complaint here. A little more control over what keywords you're pulling in, what you're able to search for. A little more narrow. I'm assuming right now it just pulls the keyword targets from the website. I don't know how it does it, but the results aren't amazing. Very basic searches. These are not things I would normally write on. And I searched through all 300 and I got maybe 30 total. Like, it wasn't good. I feel like it's more of a waste of time. That sounds so bad. It's not a replacement for Ahrefs or SEMrush or really any other keyword research platform. And it's not automated either outside of queuing them. I mean, after you queue it, it's automated. I would like something a little different for me. Having something like that pulls in the data, because you're already doing the audits for the linking. So maybe go one step further with the audits, pull in the context, the target keywords and stuff. You're already kind of doing that with this anyways. So I don't know. So you'd have a list of the articles that were written. You'd have a list of the keywords they were most likely targeting in those articles. And you could use that as a way to find similar keywords that aren't written about, but also don't step on the toes of the other articles, if that makes sense. I don't know. That may be wishful thinking. I may be trying to ask for too much here, but that would be really cool. And then have it truly be automated where it queues up the next article automatically. So instead of it just pulling in the keyword name and the monthly searches and the difficulty is so off. Wine varietals is not a difficulty of 1, just FYI. Anyways, instead of having just that, have the intent on there as well, like commercial intent, informational intent, stuff like that. That would be helpful. You can do bulk keyword uploads in multiple different formats. It automatically gets rid of duplicates, which is super awesome. I would say overall, there's a lot of things I would like to improve on it. Overall, it's very good. It's awesome. I would say 7 out of 10. It's not quite knocking it out of the park, but it's better than everyone else has, so it's hard to complain. Next up, let's cover the auto blog systems. Now, you can auto blog news 100%. You can auto blog content as long as you keep your keyword list pretty long and filled up. There's no way to fill up the list automatically, so it's not 100% automated, but it is pretty darn close. YouTube, there's no easy way to load in all the videos. I would like to be able to just put in a channel and it pulls all the videos in. And then it will automatically add to that list at the bottom whenever a video is posted. So it automatically posts. That would be much better. But right now there is a workaround. You can upload them manually. It's a pain in the butt. Don't like it. Won't use it. So auto blog, it is the best I've seen so far for an auto blogging system. For news, it's great. For keyword auto blogging, it's very close to being perfect. It just needs to fix the auto queuing problem. So it's like 99% perfect. I'm giving it 8 out of 10. It is the best I've seen for auto blogging systems, but there's no way to automate Amazon at all from what I can tell. And there's no easy way to automate YouTube, which there should be. YouTube, I feel like, is the one that's should be super easy to automate. You got to find a way to do that. Otherwise, it's pretty good. It's very good. It's very good. It's not even pretty good. It's very good. Next one is social media syndication. 2 out of 10. It was horrible. It is a big miss for me. You only have 2 of the bazillion social medias, and they're not even the biggest one for blogs. I would say the most important social media for bloggers you're missing, which is Pinterest. Yeah, that's not as easy, but it's the most important. Now, something like this, I do want to caveat that social media syndication is to just get social media onto pages. All it is, it's very basic sharing. So it does that, but you need to add the rest of the social medias. You gotta add the rest. I would actually go personally a step further and actually create AI social media posts for those things, because I think it's a lot better. And I actually built my own solution to this. Maybe that's why I'm another snob on this one. So this and YouTube, the blog, I'm kind of a snob on because I've already built solutions for these things, and they work much better. With AI at our fingertips, there's no reason not to make this better, honestly. All right, auto linking. That brings us back here. The audit is actually done now, so we can show you what it is. So you click on that, it's going to pull up all this stuff, and what it's going to do, it's going to pull in things that it thinks you should be linking to inside of your website. Now, remember, you have to remove the external links. I didn't do that the last time. I ended up linking to a bunch of websites randomly, a lot of them being competitors. Down here, it's suggesting, so you got your anchor, you got the article it's going to be put in, and then you have the article it's going to be linking to. Down here, it's trying to link to the blog, so we're probably not going to add that link. So we're going to highlight them all. We're going to uncheck the one we don't want, and I think the rest are solid. So let's go ahead and insert the links. This action is irreversible. Okay, I think those are all good internal links. So, bam, we just added, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 9 or 10 internal links. Yeah, it was really good. And yeah, so that's the internal link. The auto linking system is fantastic. But yeah, I think it could be improved with some more controls over the output. And then on the suggestions, if you remember right, it had a little drop down thing. When you click it, there's no option for others. So what I would like is the option to change the article. A little more controls would be nice. When you generate an audit, I'd like to be able to highlight more than just 20 at a time. The only problem with this is it takes forever. There's 287 pages. Just a way to highlight more would be nice. I would also like a way to focus more on certain pages. Overall, I would say auto linking is an 8 out of 10. It's freaking awesome. And so far, it's the best one I've seen. And it's built into an AI writer that is also good. So, like, it's a no-brainer here. This is good. This is good. All right, so link building, it's good. They're reasonably priced. $150 a link for doing nothing is not bad, especially when they guarantee the DR, they guarantee the organic traffic. I wonder how they guarantee the permanent links. Every link is permanent. In the rare case, removal will provide an unlimited free replacements. Okay, so that's awesome. These are great guarantees. I'm not gonna lie. These are fantastic. No duplicate domains. That's a huge one. I've been screwed a couple times with that one, where I went and got links and there'd be like 2 of the same website. It's like, what? It's completely useless. Delivery of 14 days, so that's pretty quick. I don't care too much about that. As long as it gets delivered at a reasonable time. You know, if I order 20 of them, I don't want them all at once. I want them spread out. Of course, you can only order up to 10 at a time, but still. I would like some bulk discounts because I'm a cheap ass. So, but yeah, the price isn't bad. The price could be a little bit lower for subscribers, but really not bad. It's fair. It's fair. It really is. That's about the average price for a niche edit. I would say average price is probably actually a little more. I've seen as high as 500. I've seen as low as 50 with these same similar guarantees. But they're not. The thing about this is buying them from these guys. They're not gonna, especially if you're a subscriber, they're not gonna screw you over. So they're gonna stick with their guarantees, or they're gonna lose a subscriber. They're gonna lose monthly recurring revenue, and somebody that's willing to buy links on top of that. Yeah, they're not gonna screw you over. I guarantee these are probably as quality as you're gonna get from a link building system. I just wish there were more options. That's all. Really good, decent price. I went ahead and did 7 out of 10 here because the fact that I have this is just really cool. It's really nice. I just want more options. That's all. More options. I mean, if you want to give me a discount, I'm all for that. I wish I could test these a little more, but that's something that takes months to test, especially the growth. Link juice kind of takes a while to kick in. It takes months sometimes. Now, let's go over the price for this. It's something I haven't talked about yet. The price for 100 articles a month is only $39. It's actually pretty reasonable. That is the yearly price, though. If you buy it at a monthly, it's extremely expensive. They give you steep discounts to buy it yearly. Now, I'm not sure when their Black Friday pricing is kicking in. I was actually hoping it would have kicked in by now. It is the 17th at the time of recording, so it's got to be kicking in soon. I would look out for that. And I'll actually ask for a discount code when I talk to him after this review. And if so, I'll post it in the description. Go check it out. I'll probably be signing up for the affiliate program. I like this software. I'm not going to lie. I really do. I think it's a little steep on the price, but it's fair because you're getting 100 articles for $39 yearly or $59 a month, which is roughly 60 cents an article. It's not bad for what they offer. Now, the big caveats between business and solo, this is where you'd probably be a little more concerned. You don't get the AI SEO editor. Business is a must for me. You don't get auto linking. You don't get knowledge base, which isn't a huge loss. Automated social media, I don't care about that. It's not useful in my opinion. Auto translating is only on the business plan. Custom images, that's interesting. I didn't know that was limited. Faster generation time and webhooks. So a lot of the powerful features are locked into the business plan. You do have Google auto indexing, connect to web. You got YouTube videos, your auto keyword research, stuff like that. You have all the basics with the solo. Business, you do get 200 articles a month, though. You do get all the features. So that's the big one. You even get a sub account. So if you need help from a VA or something. For me, it's the business account. You got to go business here. Overall, I would say Journalist is a win. It's a little bit on the steeper side for an AI writer. Not bad, though. I mean, it's good. They just don't have a whole lot of options. Not everybody's going to want 100 articles a month. Keep in mind, some of those are news articles. I mean, you do one news article a day. That's 30 articles a month just for news. So that's 30 credits. And then do keyword research once a month. That's another credit. That's 31. That leaves you 69 credits on the solo plan just for keywords, which will give you about a little over 2 a day, which isn't bad. And it's all going to be automated. I would personally go with business and double all that. And then you have your auto linking, because I think that alone is worth the price. The AI editor, it's so good. It's the best I've ever seen. It's so good. I don't know why every AI writer should have this AI editor. Like, hands down, it's so good. Business would be my pick. So yeah, if you're interested in checking out Journalist AI, click the link down in the description and look for a coupon code. I'm going to ask for one. I can't promise you it's going to be in there, but I can promise you I'm going to ask. So hopefully I can find a discount code for you or something. And I'm going to email him. Maybe he says yes, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But this is a really good software. I really like Journalist AI. I really like it. I wish I didn't have so many AI writers. I have dozens. It's really good. Really good. This is probably top 3 for me now. And then it's got a lot of stuff even my favorite ones don't have. Yeah, I'm going to have to redo a top AI writer list, I think. So expect that video soon. Probably after the holidays, though. But hey, yeah, that's my review of tryjournalist.com. Go check it out. If you can, click the link down below for me if you want to check it out. It's probably going to be an affiliate link. I'm going to go sign up pretty much right after this video. So I would appreciate that. It helps support me. But yeah, go check it out. It's at the very least, go use your free 3 articles and let me know what you think down in the comments. If you have any questions or you want me to cover something else about the account, I don't know how long I'm going to have it. He let me try the agency plan with a certain amount of credits. So it expires on the 6th. So if you have questions, let me know before that. I'm probably not going to use all the credits. If you want me to test stuff out, let me know. I will get that video out as soon as possible. I'll make it a priority this month. Maybe I end up doing a whole series on it. I don't know. I love Try Journalist AI. I'm not going to lie. It's one of the best AI writers I've seen in a long time. Go check it out. It's not super expensive. I'd compare it with competitors, but that'll probably have to be another video. All right, that's it, man. This is a super long video. Sorry you guys had to watch this far. So hopefully it pays off and you get a coupon code down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.